Shalom. Shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Wokah, Kodash, the honor to the apostles and elders, and of great millstone. Shalom to you, brothers, pushing this truth and sincerity all over the earth. Shalom to the hopeful elect, and I want to thank Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, for the power and spirit to do this lesson. And I want to go into this. It's going to be real quick. I seen this post. So I decided to screenshot. I seen it at least like a week, 2 weeks ago. And it just popped in my mind that I had those screenshots today when I got up. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot I was going to lesson about this and going to video about this because this is, but I got on Twitter and I went through a page. Lo and behold, she follows IUIC. So she gets on Twitter and makes this comment, which it makes sense because you follow them. So it all makes sense, man. So I want to read what she said. It's like 3 screenshots that I have about what her comment is, and we're gonna see what the scriptures say. She said, "I married an unbeliever. I was trying to keep the laws, and he wasn't having any of it. I broke a couple to keep peace, but I stopped. I stood firm on the truth, and he left. I started arguing with him because he got on my nerves. I also prayed that God would forgive me for that sham." I don't know what the sham is short for. I don't know what that means. It says of marriage, of I think she probably shit. I think she meant shit of a marriage, because this other one is responding to adding on to what she said. So I'm gonna assume that means would forgive me for that shit of a marriage. He told me not to do it in the first place, but I did it anyway. I am happy to be free of that. If you feel in your spirit that it isn't right, listen to it. Let's go on. Then this man named King Mac responded. It says he said this interesting story. If the unbeliever hadn't left, would you still have stayed in the marriage? And she comes back, Princess Chava. She said, no, not at all. There's more to it that I'm not speaking about. There's no way I could have stayed. Okay, then let's get the last one. And then Lisa comes on here talking about a similar situation. So she's relating to what she had going on. And so she responds and says, sis, I was so hot in the ass, I just wanted to get married to Screw. And that nigga was the devil himself. You see? So now, obviously, you're going off. Maybe. And the only reason why I say maybe is because there's only one way. If you married another man, there's only one way that you're not going off. And the only way that you're not going off is if that man is dead. If that man is not dead and you've been sleeping around, you're an adulteress. You're an adulteress. You cannot, doesn't matter how bad the relationship is. It doesn't matter what is going on. If y'all have to split ways, you split ways. But the scriptures say, let her remain unmarried. We're gonna get into that. This is going off. Completely going off. And then, you just go, when I was going through her page, there's all types of madness on there. There's all types of madness. But there's these so-called damn Negro women, man. I don't know if she's a damn Negro woman, but she more than likely she is. Saying that damn nigga woman. And then her profile picture, the little avatar, Princess Chava. You see? And she said, screw that nigga. But the thing is, this is why we say what we say. When you women, when you come, before you know the truth is different. But after, or you're still an adulterer. It's because you didn't know the law doesn't mean anything. But like to say, the Most High winks at your ignorance. So with that being said, before you know the truth, it's a little different because then after you know the truth. So you know that she knows that she's an Israelite. She knows that she's an Israelite, and then you go do it after that. There's gonna be punishment behind that, man. You can't go around as a woman after you know the truth. You cannot go around sleeping from man to man to man because he was a nigga, he was an unbeliever, all that other stuff. No, it doesn't matter. And if you have to split ways, if the relationship is that bad, if you have to split ways for a little time, you are to remain unmarried. And the only time you do not have to remain unmarried unless that man is dead. So if he is not dead, that's the only reason why that's the only way you're not going off. But what leads me to believe that he's not dead is this. It's because she said, because this King Mac dude said, if the unbeliever hadn't left, would you have stayed in the marriage? And she said, no, not at all. She says, there's no way I could have stayed. So that goes to show me that the man more than likely is still alive. So if you have been sleeping with other dudes or another man, you're going off. Princess Shava. Let's go. Let's get the scriptures, man. Start off with Romans. Romans 7 and verse 1. It says, know ye not, brethren, for I speak to them that know the law. Princess Shava, do you know the law? You do. How that the law have dominion over a man as long as he liveth? For the woman which hath an husband is bound by the law to her husband, so as long as he liveth. But if the husband be dead, she is loose from that law of her husband. So then, if while her husband liveth, she be married to another man. Now, I'm not accusing that you slept with another man since you've been with that man. But I'm saying in the case that you have been and that dude is still alive, what does the scripture say? She shall be called an adulteress. But if her husband be dead, she is free from that law, so that she is no adulteress, though she be married to another man. You see that? You understand that? So you cannot be going around. If you have to split ways for a little bit, you can split ways for a little bit, but you are to remain unmarried. You see? And let's get another scripture. Like, this is not going to be super long. We all know these. Let's go to the teaching on marriage. Okay? 1 Corinthians 7 and verse 1. Now concerning the things whereof ye wrote unto me, it is good for a man not to touch a woman. Nevertheless, to avoid fornication, let every man have his own wife, and let every woman have her own husband. Let the husband render unto the wife due benevolence, and likewise also the wife unto the husband. The wife have not power over her own body, but the husband, and likewise also the husband have not power over his own body, but the wife. And that's going into what? That don't mean if your woman want to get down with the 1-2, and it's not the Sabbath, and you be like, I don't want to do it. She gave away. You're not supposed to withhold those things from each other. That's what that's going into. You're not supposed to withhold those things. You see? You know how some of these damn nigga women, I'm not giving you nothing until you do this and this. Not supposed to be doing that, man. Let's keep going. Let's jump down a little bit. Yeah. Okay, let's go to 9. We're going to jump down to verse 9. 1 Corinthians 7 verse 9, and it reads, it says, but if they cannot contain, let them marry, for it is better to marry than to burn. The younger brothers, the young men, you already know what that means. Don't got to get into it. You're hot. You have the desire for a woman, man. And get you a woman. You're not going off. You're not going off by getting one. But the reason why Paul said this at the beginning, 1 Corinthians 7 and verse 1, now concerning the things whereof he wrote unto me, it is good for a man not to touch a woman. Because when you're doing this ministry things, A woman could be a distraction. You see, that's why he said that. He doesn't say you're not going off by getting a woman. It's just saying he's just saying that it's better because you get distracted and you got to start doing. You got to start. Obviously, you got to do things to please your woman. You got to take her out on dates, go out here, do this and do that. So that's taking away the time that you could be doing stuff towards the ministry. You know, but you're not going off. You're not going off if you have women, man. It says, but if they cannot contain, let them marry, for it is better to marry than to burn. And unto the married I command, yet not I, but the Lord, let not the wife depart from her husband. But and if she depart, here it is, let her remain unmarried, or be reconciled to her husband, and let not the husband put away his wife. But to the rest speak I, not the Lord. If any brother have a wife that believeth not, and she be pleased to dwell with him, let him not put her away. And the woman which hath an husband that believeth not, if he be pleased to dwell with her, let her not leave him. You see? So if it's a man, more than likely, in relationship, a man, when you know this truth, you're into the truth, your woman that you gonna end up being with, or get with, the woman is more than likely not gonna be, in everybody case, situation is different, but more than likely your woman is not really gonna be a believer. But the Lord, through your works, she might see, okay, well, maybe this is right. Maybe I'll start doing these things, and then she'll start following, and then she'll get right. But just because you have an unbelieving, because I know, I know this. I know that she follows IUIC. Besides what she was posting on her Twitter, that they teach that you can't have a man, or a woman can't have an unbeliever, an unbelieving husband. And the scriptures say completely different. So what are you talking about? They think if you have they think a woman of another nation, because they teach that, or you going off for having a woman of another nation. Stupid. That's going off. And then they teach that, and then I know they teach that if you have an unbeliever, and that's why she did what she did, is because she thinks she can just go do whatever she want to do because her husband is an unbeliever. So they think if you have an unbelieving spouse, man or woman, that you can just go do whatever you want to. But the scriptures say, look, unless you're dealing with not for you women, but you men, if you're dealing with some damn demon, then hey, and causing a hindrance to the work and all the other things, then hey, what you do, what you got to do. But what was I getting ready to say? I lost it. Let me read it again, see if it comes back. 1 Corinthians 7 and verse 11, it says, but and if she depart, let her remain unmarried, or be reconciled to her husband, and let not the husband put away his wife. Yeah. So if you dealing with a woman, she's unbeliever, but she's pleased to dwell with you, she's not being a hindrance, she's not being a damn demon, then cool. You see? And they think, and for the IUIC, you think you dealing with an unbeliever is some type of sin or something. Like you going off on the deep end if you do that. But that's just IUIC. They Christianized doctrine that they believe, talking about hell and all type of thing. That's not the point of this video. I ain't gonna get into all the shit that they teach. So verse 12, it says, but to the rest speak I, not the Lord. If any brother have a wife that believeth not, and she be pleased to dwell with him, let him not put her away. And the woman which hath an husband that believe not, if he be pleased to dwell with her, let her not leave. For the unbelieving husband is sanctified by the wife, and the unbelieving wife is sanctified by the husband. Else were your children unclean, but now are they holy. But if the unbelieving depart, let him depart. A brother or a sister is not under bondage in such cases, but the Most High hath caused us to peace. And what is that saying? If you as a man, you have an unbelieving woman, you can't, if you laying down with her, you my Hebrew Israelite princess, you my woman, you my wife, you can't bound her to stay with you. You can't, oh, you can't leave now. If we leave, you can't go stupid. Them damn nigga women and the women that you deal with, if they gonna leave, they gonna go ride the cock carousel and continue to go do it anyway. You can't force them to believe and stay. You're not gonna sit here and tell them if you go see with another man, you can't do that. And you trying to bound them with the law, man. No, man, the truth is for you. If you with a woman and she ends up leaving, then you just gotta let her go, man. Everybody has had a woman when it was in the truth that end up leaving. You know, we're not about to sit here and try to break down the scripture here. Look what it says right here in Corinthians. No, man. All right. See you later. Get up out of here. See you later, alligator. You know, we're not gonna sit here and try to bring out the word and break it down to you and try and show her that you can't leave me because you look at the shit. No, man. You see, you gotta just let him go. It says, that's why it says, a brother or a sister is not under bondage in such cases, but the Most High hath called us to peace. You see, the truth is for you. But that does not mean you also understand what the scripture is saying. You got to use your discernment. You women, you cannot go sleep if you can't reconcile a difference or a problem with that man, and you know the truth. You know it. You're in it. It's completely different. You can't just be, okay, he's gone now. Now I can go do whatever I want to do. Under no circumstances, unless the man is dead, you cannot go be with another man unless you be called an adulteress. So to that Princess Chava, to you, if you've been sleeping around with another man and that man is still alive, you're going off. But you don't think that you're going off because of the leadership and the people that you follow. And I went to her page. She follows all types of weird doctrines, long dreadhead ass niggas, man. On all types of videos she posts on her channel and on the Twitter page, links to videos and all types of stuff, man. Madness. But that's what happens when you try to mix and win every single group and follow everybody. You got people calling on Yah and all types of things. She's calling on God. And then that's what happens, man. When you follow them other groups, they don't bring the full truth. They don't bring you the full understanding truth. And then now you all confused with every doctrine tossed to and fro. Because you can easily just go like I already brought out 2 scriptures. I got it. It came in 1 Corinthians. I got Romans, and that's all you need. That you can clearly see that what you did. If you slept with another dude, you're going off. But if you had to depart, you could depart. You gotta move out. Y'all gotta have separate bedrooms in the house. Y'all don't want to talk. They don't want to see each other's face. Okay, cool. But the man also, you gotta understand this. The man is not bound to that law. The man is not bound to that law. So if y'all end up departing, he's not bound to the woman. He can go sleep with another woman. You see, he can go be with another woman. But you, as a woman, you cannot go be with another man. You see? But that's it. I don't want to beat the dead horse. The point is made. Princess Chava, if you slept with another man, you're going off. But that's just a little edification about marriage and those things. So I seen that. I'm like, I got to screenshot this because what? This is just something real quick. So with that, hope this was edifying. Hope you got some out of it. We'll give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakah, Quadash. I'll catch you guys in another lesson, Lord willing.